Hilton O'Neill stands upon a helipad, yet it is one with no copter. Seeking to take to the skies once more, Hilton will have to search elsewhere for his desire, for his dream. And so he will do just that. With machine gun in hand and a pack full of ammunition, there is little to stop Hilton from reaching his goal. But this dead world is still dangerous, and so caution must be taken. The day is young. Let's make the most of it, Hilton. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and to our short survival series, where all that is left here is just some mil-spec searchlights that are currently locked onto Hilton, but they're not going to be able to do anything. There are two rooms here that we have been unable to get into. We have no way to access them. They have a electronic card reader thing or something that goes along with them. We can't just pick them. Oh, let's open that up there. It can't be examined. It's possible that we might be able to lock. Hang on, no. Typically used in conjunction with automated electronic locking mechanisms. We don't see one with it, so it's like maybe it could be picked, but that would also take us quite a long time to be able to get good enough to do it, because we don't really have any lock-picking skill. We have some experience with traps, but that ain't it. We have device skill, which is what is used when it comes to lock-picking, but yeah, we don't actually know how to do it. I guess, like, theoretically, we understand to a degree, but we don't have a lock-picking kit, and making a lock-pick can take time that we don't want to spend here right now. So we are going to get a move on, heading back towards our rather damaged vehicle. We are going to be hitting the road once more. We'll keep our weapon in hand, and I believe we do need to top it off just a little bit, so we'll put some more ammunition in that now. We are going to start driving. There we go. Now, I think it's the starter motor on here that's slightly faulty. It's okay. This is a super beat up pickup truck. Yeah, there ain't much that we can do to fix that right now. So we want to continue on, and I think the way that we want to try and go is out in this direction here, not specifically to Transcoast, but we want to try and get to these endpoints, because there is the possibility that we could find another military base or a heli base like this. This is what we really need. Now, looking at the map here, there doesn't seem to be any strictly easy way to get there. If I had to take a guess, I'd say traveling across the north here is probably going to be our best shot at getting there in one piece. There is the smallest possibility that we might be able to make it past the farm here and down, but I think that this forest runs the whole way along here. So to the north we will go to begin with, and we're just going to hope that there is going to be a route through. We are not going to drive like crazy fast across the fields here, because we need to make sure that we have enough time to react. Remembering that we aren't the best driver in the world, we're a better pilot than we are driver. So yeah, let's watch out for bushes, watch out for boulders. We're not going to go down into that mine because we have no reason to. So let us make the most of the day, as said before, and carry on our way. Now, interestingly enough, we've just discovered a Zomborg and one of these strange metal capsules. We aren't going to be messing with that. No, we're going to keep making our way around here, and thankfully it does seem like the forest comes to an end here, so we should be able to meet up with that road and then travel down to whatever is at the end of one of those little cul-de-sacs. We have a dairy farm. Yeah, we're not so interested in that. We just want to have a good peek at what is down there, and then we're going to be continuing further north to see what is at the end of those roads. I don't think there's much of a okay, it's a riot platform. Okay, I was going to say, I don't think there's much possibility that we're going to find anything. Oh yeah, it's firing less than lethal rounds at us. They can still be lethal, so let's go a little bit further around there. I was going to say that I don't think that there is much of a chance at all that there would be a heli at the Transcoast Logistics Center. We probably would be able to find some pretty big trucks and a number of other very, very interesting things, but right now, ow! It just stunned us. We had one of those rounds just reflect off of our torso. Speaking of our torso, I think we are still traveling light. No, okay, we got the ballistic plate in. Okay, that's alright. So we do have a little bit of protection there, so that's not going to hit us quite as hard. But here on our right-hand side, we have the Transcoast Logistics Center. There are going to be a large amount of infected there, so we really need to make sure that we just leave them to do their own thing as we pick up speed here down the road. We'll see what we can find. We have, okay, well, we can actually see what's over here now. It's a hunting lodge. That's not going to do much for us at all. We also have a rural house here. There is the small possibility that we might be able to find something interesting down here. I think we'll drive close enough to be able to try and see what that thing is. And okay, we've got a solar vehicle here. Looks like it's relatively intact, but honestly, right now, this gas guzzling, absolutely demolished pickup truck is still going to be better for us. The only kind of real negative that we have with lightweight vehicles like that one up there is that they are very, very lightweight, and they will just tear like paper the second that they slam into something. Obviously, ours didn't last that long, but we got a lumber mill down here. Right, there could be loggers there like we have discovered at the other location, but for now, I think we're just going to turn around, start to try and head back towards the north. We can actually see the full route necessary to take us all the way down towards the refugee center there. And I do like all these ends here. There's the possibility that we could find some interesting things out near East Kingston. Honestly, we might be able to just travel through here if it isn't heavily forested. We won't know until we get closer. I think we're going to go for it just so that we're not retreading the same ground. Do need to be very careful that we don't slam into anything as we are racing across the landscape here, but we will actually start racing a little bit faster just to make the most of the light, trying to narrowly avoid boulders wherever we can. Roads are going to be far safer and far faster for us to travel on though. But of course, we cannot stay on those roads forever. So we're going to start turning towards the north here, narrowly missing that bush. Okay, and out here we have something marked, and I'm not sure what it was, but ahead of us, dead vegetation. I am seeing some trees, so we might be out of luck. Let's have a look as we start to get closer here. There's a small possibility that we might be able to slip through. I am seeing a little bit more of an opening here. We are going to hope together that there is a path for our lad. There are a lot of spiders here, and indeed there is a path. Fantastic. There is a shooting range. We might be able to find some more ammunition at the shooting range. We have found 3 slathering coyotes which are chasing after this pickup truck. Okay, so did anyone leave anything behind? There's a lot of shells that we can see on the ground. So if you were late apocalypse, you would be able to come here to pick up shells. But that's not really a concern of ours right now. It would be unusual for something to just be left behind. There is a gun case here, so that's cool. What is actually quite useful is that there are shooting targets here. So if you were wanting to try and practice your shot, you can do that, and that's not a bad way to be able to do that, be it using your gun or using a bow. Now I think because that's actually close to here, we might be able to do the actual practice option. So if we head into our crafting here, practice, let's have a look. Okay, I guess not. Aim, game, target, practice kit. So that isn't what this is, but I think we should be able to target them all the same though. It does look like we can. You can target a lot of things, but I would hope that we could still use them for some training purposes. Oh boy, all right, it starts, it's up, it's alive. So looking at this lot here, I think we want to try and see what is over here before we try anywhere else. So let's get near the road. on it and then just start making our way along. Now, that is a decent looking vehicle. We can actually have a look at it from here and just see the alternator is pretty cracked, but it could still be providing enough power, but the wheels are out. Okay, all right. That's the easiest way for us to check. Check the engine first of all, then check the wheels. And if that's no good, then just leave it be. We've got a small cabin here, and looking at the rest of this, I don't think it's likely that we're going to find a helicopter pad out here, but we may on this section. I think it's probably still worth us exploring up that way there, but I think this is probably mostly going to be wooded. So let's just slow down, turn our vehicle around, and then race off in the opposite direction. That's a lot of turkeys, and that's a lot of vehicles. Okay, so yet again, there is a small possibility that one of these vehicles might be good enough for us to be able to drive. This is an electric sports car here. The large storage battery is draining. It's got racing slicks, so it's going to be very, very good on-road, less good, less useful on-road. So this is a mine, and we can't see much more of it at this stage. So we could head over towards the east here, or we could turn around and start trying to see if we can make it up towards these roads. I'm more inclined to do that. So we're going to slow right down so that we can make this turn a little easier and just ease our way around here as the dead start to emerge from the mine. Hilton is going to floor it in his rickety frame of a pickup truck flying past the turkeys. Let's see if we can't make our way around here. Okay, oh, that was a massive explosion there as a comet just impacted with the ground, destroying anything in its path, and thankfully we weren't in its path. But there are a lot of zombies, there are a lot of dead back that way because there is a mass grave. Okay, so let's hope that there is a path through this way. If there isn't, there may be one that's over towards the northwest. So as we start to get closer, we're going to have a peek, and it's swamp all around. Unfortunate. Swamps can potentially be driven through, but it's difficult and dangerous. So I'd advise against it. And oh, damn, okay, looks like we're locked off on this side as well. We've got some toxic waste that has been dumped, a derelict shed. Okay, there is no way through at this point, so we kind of have to backtrack all the way down there. Now that's less of a problem for me, that's less of a problem for you, more so for me. So we are going to speed things up here as we put our pedal to the metal, and Hilton flies on through. Boy howdy, that is a big mass grave, one that we are just going to fly past right now. There is also a massive amount of spiders there as well. That's just the kind of place that we do not want to be. Okay, we have made it the whole way around. We're back past the roadblock and the logistics center. We're now going to see what we can find out here in the north. Well, the first thing that we found, oh wow, look at that handbrake turn. Oh boy, can we stop the vehicle please? That was a badass handbrake turn. My friend Hilton, you've got some cool, my dude. That was completely unintentional, but yeah, if you pull the handbrake at high speeds, you are going to lose control. So maybe don't do that. Just slow your roll, slow the vehicle. Let's have a look at this one here and see. It's a diesel engine. Well, that's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. It's not leaking either, the tank. So, okay. It's in all right condition. It has enough wheels. It's a little dented. It's got a pretty decent high speed. Well, hello there though. Look at this thing. 4 beds. This is a luxury RV. Another diesel vehicle. It has a large storage battery, which is good right now. The diesel engine seems to be okay. There might be something slightly wrong with it. The roof is the most damaged part of this. So let's actually have a look at just where the controls are. The leather seat's a little damaged, but I mean, all things considered, it's in pretty good condition. Great for road trips, maybe not as good for just like zipping around. And oh, you are actually turned on currently. Okay, so the security system is damaged on this. This is an SUV. It has 2 tanks and it's in pretty good condition. I think this may be our vehicle. While I would love to hold on to the RV, it is a great vehicle for sure, but I don't foresee it really being able to survive for long, because we are going to absolutely annihilate that thing. Now, in saying that, we may annihilate this thing in trying to get it out of here. So I think the easiest way for us to do this is actually going to be, let's leave the vehicle on for now. So we'll let go of the controls, and then taking a step out, we are going to go and just take this tent down. So if we go into the center of the tent, take down large tent. Okay, it takes us a little while to do that. We've got some flag pants here, a folding table, large tent. Okay, jumping back into this now, we should be able to make this turn without it being too difficult for us to do so. So we're just going to start to move our way around there like so, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. We just need to make sure that we give ourselves a fair bit of room, remembering that we actually do have wing mirrors on at the moment. So in terms of fuel, we can get more fuel from our vehicle here, which we are going to do. So let's stop driving, go on over here, and let's see. We want to go and try and refill. We'll try and fill that tank there. We don't have the necessary item at hand. Do we have a siphon? We do. Okay, we do. Fill nearby SUV. There we go. All right, so let's have a look at that tank. 43%. Okay, but we pretty much filled up the other tank, which is exactly what we want. There is nothing in this now. So we want to go and start transferring our items into this. Pickup truck, you have really served us well. Amazing work, but we need to start shifting these things over. So we're going to get them onto one square for now, and then we're going to go and collect everything yet again, and we're going to shift it just to the north, move all. Looks like we can nearly do that, except for an extinguisher, which is still going to be on the floor somewhere. So we kind of want that stuff to go into the back, I am assuming. That's the back seat. Okay, we've got a lot more carrying capacity in the trunks. Now we want to try and do this as efficiently as possible, so we'll just try and move them. A moose has been spotted, that's fine. It should theoretically leave us alone. Shifting once again, it does take us a while to move this amount of stuff, but I think we should be able to actually get that into the vehicle now. It does look like we're going to be able to do that. Trunk, awesome. Let's start shifting everything. In terms of volume, I think it's going to be totally fine. And sure enough, it is all in the trunk. That's a lot of stuff that we have here. 6 grenades. We're going to go and just pick up 3 of those for now, I think, just so that we have them in our inventory. Let's go and close the back of that there. I'm going to miss you, pickup truck. We are going to forget that vehicle position, and we are now going to remember this one. Okay. So, while yes, the RV would be crazy cool, we're not gonna worry about that. And yeah, it says 43% fuel. It's the same amount of fuel that we had in the other one. We've got 2 tanks in this thing. It's going to be good for that much longer. So we are going to start by searching. That's a research facility. Ooh, I mean that's interesting, but it's not what we're looking for. Wow, portal, military corpses, portal, crater. There's a lot of weird stuff going on there. We are going to leave that be for now. That is not our goal. That is not our place. Man, yeah, it looks like the place has either suffered from a missile attack or concentrated meteors all in one area, both of which are real possibilities in Cataclysm. And what do we have? It's an irradiation plant. So in terms of lore, a lot of food is irradiated with low levels of radiation to be able to preserve it pretty much forever. So that's what we're looking at there. Over here, we're looking at a drive-in theater. Cool, so a good place for us to find vehicles should we need them, which right now we don't. What do we have here? Probably flyers if I had to take a guess. Cybercop 3D movie poster. I mean, that's very cool, but not what we need. Not right now, my friend. So, stepping on the gas once again, we are going to be heading up towards the north, towards this road here. And if we can find somewhere along the way that we can climb up high, we are going to go for that in a heartbeat, because that's going to give us a much better idea of what is around us. Because looking at the roads ahead of us here, okay, what do we got? An unusual stone barn. I kind of want to go east first just to see where that road goes, but at the same time we can see that we've just got a mansion out that way. In my mind, I feel like there should be a possibility for us to find helicopters at mansions, because, I mean, mansions. but I don't know if they actually do spawn there or not. This does seem to be taking us towards another city/town. Sure enough, it is. So it's not exactly what we're looking for here. I think we're going to start to try and turn up towards the northeast here, and we will see where this takes us. We haven't encountered any large towers, not for a while now, so I feel like we are due one. But you know, just because we are due one doesn't mean we're going to get one, and we have a mine out here as well. Okay, so yeah, we kind of got another end of the line, it looks like, and seeing this river here, because I'm assuming it's a river and not a lake, it is a river, I think that that connects up to this lake here. So either there is a bridge here taking us across the river, or it is a dead end and it's a public pond. There may be boats at the end there that we could potentially try and take out onto the water. The water can be very dangerous in Cataclysm though, so we need to be wary of that. It doesn't look like there is anything out this way other than a single zombie and a large passenger bus, which that ain't for us. So let's turn this thing around. Part of me does want to see what is at the end of the line over here. It does look like it's probably just going to be the mansion. There is also the possibility that we might be able to find something cool out here, just because the way that the road kind of connects up to here looks like it might be one large thing. And you know what? I feel like this vehicle is fast enough that we should be able to do that before we eventually try and turn our attention up towards the river. Yeah, so we're not actually going to turn over towards the mansion. We are just going to try and see if we can push on and find out what is at the end of the other road. Well, a Rycon and bodies and a zombie soldier and oh boy. Wow, seatbelt is completely destroyed. Don't know if that was our seatbelt, but it might be. Okay, we've got a large garage up here, so a way for us to fuel up. Should we need to. We have enough fuel right now that I think we can probably just push on without having to worry about that, and it does look like we have more road to explore. We're going to go to the southern route first if we can, and I do need to be more cautious about us just flying towards things at high speed because our windshield got pretty badly hit then. We really didn't need that to happen. And oh, I think we've got a shipwreck out here. We have razor claws, these horrible looking things here. It's a man-sized crustacean and an iron-like chitin. It's capable of emitting horrible shrieking noises. Yeah, so they stun us with that shriek, and I imagine that that can still affect us while we are driving. So we don't want that to happen right now. It does look like this is the end. We have a skate park here. Cool, and a shipwreck. Shipwrecks can have really, really interesting things in them, but we are going to try to avoid all of that for now. And you know what? I think just for safety's sake, we're going to put our earplugs in, just in case when we're going past this one here, if it shrieks, we won't get stunned, because getting stunned while driving is no good for no one. Okay. And look at that, we actually do have a way across the river here. Wonderful, but that does mean that we're going to be much, much further away from everything else that we have experienced so far. Further away from the New Age warriors that are our family. But really, the only family we need is the sky. Now, we are going to slow down a lot going over this here, because while we can see that there is a vehicle, there may also be mines. Doesn't look like that's the case. We can't turn while we're on a ramp. That makes sense. But also because of that, you do need to be very, very cautious when traveling between levels like that, because if there are mines, you can't turn around them. Okay, so we have a crossroads up here, and we have a gun show. Interesting. Just hanging out in the fields there. I think we're probably going to go north first, so let's just beeline out towards the gun show. It looks like it's just a great big tent. Kind of. Ow. What was that? What was that we just ran into? It was a shrub. It was a shrub, and we destroyed a headlight. You know, it's going to happen. Oh no. I'm sorry, what? Autonomous Talon Liberty Edition. Hi? Okay. It's an unmanned ground vehicle with a firework cannon. Okay, I mean, we are seeing lots of guns there. It fires fireworks, so I imagine that could still be not good for our health. We're gonna go and put our earplugs in here. I've never been to this location before, so I feel like it's also enough to get the attention of our lad here. It seems to just be emitting smoke right now. Oh boy. Fireworks explode out of the turret. Okay, can we shoot you from this distance? What's our chance like? Smoke mouth. Yeah, it's got smoke in its mouth. Okay, we hit it for 49 damage. It's leaking fluid right now. One more good shot should put it down. 26. Okay, it's going to bleed to death? Do you bleed fluid? Yep, you do. Okay. Well, we blew that up. Oh no, maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't. There's a zombie there. Okay, this thing is nearly dead. We're just going to try and see if we can take a precise shot at that zombie. I don't think we can. There's too much smoke right now. Let's see if we can take that thing out. Unfortunately, we lose track of it because of all of the smoke. We could try and take a shot at this one here as well, but as you can see, our chance to hit ain't great, but it was still good enough. Okay, and that firework drone is still alive. We'll go for a careful shot here. Okay, we killed it. Loud rock music blares as the autonomous Talon UGV Liberty Edition explodes. That's fantastic. I love the flavor of that. Kick ass. I feel like, you know, in the right circumstances, our lad here would have loved that thing. Now, unfortunately, this is a real one. This has a M16. Okay, that's far more dangerous. And I actually think that we might have a chance to hit it, but that also means that it potentially has a chance to hit us. That's not good. But that is a good hit at 40. Damn. Okay, that's very nice. You know what? It might not actually be able to... Okay, we were attacked. Oh boy. Okay, it was a burst. Stop aiming. We're going to say no. The shot reflects off our torso. Good, because we are at distance and we do actually have body armor on. We might just be able to get this. That's going to have to be good enough. 29 damage. It's nearly dead. Can we get a careful shot in? Kind of. It doesn't look like that hit. The flying projectile damages several items, so we're not quite hitting it. But that does. A grazing shot. Okay, we're going to go back down here for a second. We are going to just reload this. We're going to go back out. Okay, we can see 2 of these drones now. We still have one all the way back here. That's completely fresh. This one needs to go ASAP. I want to just go for a careful shot if we can. That should do it. Okay, and it does. It explodes into fire. We're going to go for a precise shot on that one at the back there. We're going to try and do another one of those, ideally. Grazing hit. We can do better than that, can't we? Something hurts. Okay, we're bleeding. Blood flows from our torso. Stop aiming. Yes. Okay, we need to run to the side because we've just taken a shot to our torso. Okay, we're going to go down here if we can. We need to stop that bleeding ASAP. So hemostatic powder is going to be the fastest way for us to stop bleeding. 100% improvement. And did that do it? It did. Okay. All right, so we can still take pretty dangerous shots to the torso. The further away we are, the better. Okay, we can see it now, which means it can see us as well. It is dripping fluid. Something hurts. Okay, stop aiming. Yes, we were hitting the torso again. We need to go. We need to run. I don't know if we can outrun this thing. I think it does look like we can. Blood is leaking from our torso. Okay, we've taken some pretty significant damage now, but I think we're far enough away that it isn't following us. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to use some hemostatic powder again, and then I think we're going to go and try and see if we can put a bandage on this. We're going to start packing it with the gauze, and that will help. We should have wiped it down beforehand, but here we are. Now, I think we're in the position where trying to do anything else there is not going to be good for us. What we can do is turn on safe mode, though, and we can start to ease our way around towards our vehicle. There is the small possibility that we can get close enough to be able to try and take a shot at it, but one more good shot on our torso will kill us. Having a look at our vest though, this ballistic plate is still looking totally fine. Let's just see. Okay, all right, we can spot it now, and I'm assuming it. Oh, that's a Liberty Edition one. Okay, so the other one may have been leaking still. Potentially. I don't want to be shooting our vehicle if we can avoid doing that. Let's just check our max range here. Okay, so we are going to have to get far closer to be able to take out the firework drone. I think that's the least of our worries. The firework drone, that is. Let's see. We are close, but no cigar. Okay, it is heading our way. There is a small possibility that it will launch fireworks towards us. If it does, that's not the worst thing in the world. Smoke won't kill us. It does make it hard to breathe, but it won't kill us. And I think we are potentially going to be able to get this thing before it gets close enough for it to be able to do anything to us. We've got a few grazing shots here. 47, that's far better. Another precise shot, and we take the thing out as loud music blares. Okay, we've got smoke there. We could try and get to the vehicle. Let's just ease our way forwards here. We're going to put safe mode back on. Okay, and you know, if I'm feeling spicy, we could always go for a full automatic, but full automatic at far distances is not that useful for us. Okay, we're going to start to try and get a little bit closer now. Full automatic is far more useful up close. We may get a rude surprise here. Let's just see what we're looking at. Okay, we can't see the other drone anywhere right now. I think the best thing for us to do is probably try and go around the rear side and see if we can spy it there. Safe mode is still turned on. Okay, as long as it doesn't jump at us here, we'll be okay. So getting closer towards the corner, we are going to peek that corner. Okay, we're going to do the same thing as we start to get closer here. We're going to peek. All right, so far so good. Take another step and peek around this corner here. We are not seeing it. There is a small possibility that it has already perished. We have these dividers here, these privacy curtains. As long as we can break line of sight, then that's good. Okay, all right, the second that we step out, we see it. Now, where have we seen it? So we're gonna hit Shift V. We're gonna change over to this. Okay, it's all the way over there right now. Hostile, I don't believe it could actually see us from there. Damn it, can we get a good enough shot on it from our position? I don't like this. We could throw a grenade in there, but at the same time, I don't think that's gonna help us that much. Flashbang, same kind. We might be able to damage its sensors, maybe. There's like a small possibility that that could work. So let's try that. Let's try that angle. So we're gonna go to the flashbang. All right, peek around the corner again. We can see it. It's quite a ways for us to be able to make that throw, but I think we can try it. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate, pull the pin, we're going to peek, and then we're going to throw the active flashbang. And how far can we throw that? Let's see. I don't know if that helped us or not. We'll be able to see. It will tell us when we look at the monster. So let's have a look here. No, it is much slower than us, but that did not help. Okay, crap. Yeah, we're going to change that to full automatic. I'm just going to peek up and around here. So is it just around the corner from us right now? No, where did it go? Another thing that we can attempt to do here is like just move up bit by bit and just like kind of try and crouch down because we'll be out of sight from it. And then just like peek around the corner. Okay, it's gone all the way to the other side right now. Okay. Does that help us? Playing hide and seek with this thing probably isn't the best idea. I do wish we could peek corners and, you know, fire. Alas, we can't. Right, shotguns. 1874 sharps. Highly accurate and powerful. Okay, I mean, that sounds fun, but unfortunately, we don't have any ammunition for that. Let's just clamber over this here and just see what we've got going on. We've got a speed loader, we have a rifle scope, we're definitely going to pick that up. The rucksack will probably come back for at some point. Okay, the combat pistol, not that helpful. But yeah, that rifle, if we could find something for that, that would be cool. That would be nice. Okay, so we're going to take a step out here. We're going to step to the side again. Okay, so as long as we stay behind cover, we should be okay. This is just a 22, it's not going to be that good. Okay, and looking up towards here, we've got a Ruger. Lots of magazines. There's an assault shotgun up there. AKM. Just lots and lots of magazines. Okay. Ergonomic grip, shoulder strap. I mean, this is a great place for modifications for weapons. Oh boy. We actually do have a lot of ammunition down here. Okay, and we actually have a practice kit down there as well. Okay, so we're going to turn on safe mode so that we can just keep on moving here. Moving down there. Okay, we can see it. It is very far away. I don't know if we can get all the way down there. So what kind of ammunition did this take again? 45. Okay. We can actually step into that as well. I don't think we have any down there. No. There is a small possibility that we actually have some in the vehicle. So I'm actually going to start to make my way back. We're just going to run now at this stage over towards our vehicle. Okay, we're going to get in here, and thankfully we can actually just investigate stuff in the back here. And we don't have any of that ammunition. Okay, we have Molotovs. That ain't gonna help us, unfortunately. Flare gun, same deal. The fire extinguisher, we could maybe try and blind it. So use smoke. Honestly, one of the best ways for us to deal with it is probably just going to be trying to burst it down before it can burst us. We know that it is down here somewhere. Okay, all right, it's right there. So do we let it step to us? Potentially. Or we step out and we try and shoot. Step out, it's gone. Where did it go? It's right around the freaking corner. Okay. I'm just going to start to try and steady with the hopes that it pops itself out here. There it is. Stop aiming. No. Okay. I want to go for regular aim. We got it. We got it. There we go. Full automatic mode doing what it's meant to do. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, our torso got pretty damaged there, but we're good. I do believe that that is it now. We're going to keep safe mode turned on just to be sure, but those drones are going to have ammunition for us, which is great. That's fantastic, and it looks like we are going to be able to find a number of useful modifications and other such things. Shotguns we aren't going to be that concerned with, really, I think. What do we got over here? Henry Big Boy fires 44 Magnum. It's a lever action rifle. Big old cowboy thing. We got ourselves a holster, we'll take that. A butt hook. Attachment to the butt of the gun that is held under the armpit, improving stability. Okay, I mean, we're going to be able to super mod our weapons here. So we're going to take pretty much all the ammunition except for beanbag. So buckshot, slugs, we're going to take pretty much everything else. Lots and lots and lots of ammunition. Wonderful. Okay, I'd say that Hilton is probably quite happy here. Pick up that match trigger. And we had something just drop to the ground. Okay. All of our ammunition dropped out of that small cardboard box. So we're just going to swap things around a little bit here. Got a wool beret, okay. Got a Garand, and we have that other sharp. Looking at the range damage, 61, 62 on the Garand. Both are going to be pretty slow for the most part. But you can see that the Garand's going to be much slower to reload. Let's just go and smash this body here. We'll check them, nothing on them. And, ooh, what do we have here? Got a Desert Eagle, hot damn, we'll take it. And we have an AR-15 here as well. We can obviously compare them to our M27 and see how they stack up. What are you? Cord. Russian Special Forces. Maximum range is slightly better, but we can see that it has all of its modifications on it already. It also uses a slightly different ammunition type as well. We don't have as much of that, but we can probably try and remove many of the modifications that are on it. It does have a strap on it at the moment, so we're actually just going to go and wear that. And then looking at the AR-15 here, dispersion is a little bit better. So fully modified, it might actually end up being better. Although it is semi-automatic, so it's not going to have the full auto. Yeah, no, I think we'll stick with the M27 specifically for the auto feature because that's going to be far more useful for us. We have a shoulder strap here and a double rifle case as well. I think for the moment we're actually just going to wear the double rifle case so that we can take some things with us. Our torso is going to be very hampered, that is true. We've got a bolt action hunting rifle here with a maximum range of 60. I would like to take that. Be nice for us to have some long range options, really. We've got some smokeless overbore rifle powder. And what do we have here? We'll take all of the sights. We've got a helmet liner, 3 leg ammo pouches. We're going to pick them up as well. We might as well pick up the helmet liner. Why not? I think eventually that will be useful to us. The magazines here, less useful, but the ammunition, certainly. We'll take the brass catcher as well, why not? Army pants do not fit us, that's okay. Got ourselves a nice gas mask here. Excellent, we're going to take that, and the throwing knife sheath we are going to take as well. So we're going to drop our mustache dust mask because we have like a proper gas mask now, which is going to be far, far better for us. Take the cheek pad and the sight. Take modern rifleman as well. And then let's have a look here. Leather gun, no. So this is an updated Mosin. Potentially useful. You know what? I think we'll take it. We'll put it into the rifle pack that we have. We're just going to take the cartridge out of this one. We're going to take the iron sights that are on the table there as well. Okay, that rucksack is pretty wrecked, so we're not going to worry about that one. Got a bullpup here. 6-round combat shotgun, which we already have. Another helmet liner that doesn't fit us, and a load-bearing vest. We'll grab you, sure. We have a wool beret that does fit. I think we'll take that. We're probably not going to need another brass catcher, but we're going to take as many sights as possible, because then we can just modify all of our weapons. Got that army jacket here. We'll try and see if we can put that away. I'm less concerned about the Sharps rifle now, just because the hunting rifle that we've got does have better range. Take the off-sight rail, and I don't think we've checked here. Take the iron sights. Yeah, we're just slowly working our way along here. Okay, this Weatherby here, one of the world's finest bolt-action rifles. The range damage is really good. The maximum range is also quite good as well. I think it's the ammunition type as well that's also just giving it the better ranged modifier. I think we'll take it just because we'll stack it up against everything else that we've got. And of course, we want to make sure that we have enough ammunition as well. 90-round snail drum magazine. Yeah, we'll take it just in case we get in any crazy scenarios in which we have to mow down a large amount of dead and we don't have time to reload. So yeah, we've got so many weapon mods out of this so far. And I think that might actually be everything. Yeah, we're considerably overweight because we're struggling to kind of carry everything right now. Obviously, we've got all of our ammunition that we can get down here as well. And we'll take that practice kit as well. Damn, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so this rucksack I think we're probably going to wear because I think our rucksack is a little damaged. No, it isn't. It's totally fine. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, I'd say we have done very, very well for ourselves here. So this is explored. We're going to mark that on both sides. And we've got some rogue mayhem. Alright, so there is a lot to go through here with all of these weapons. There's a lot of modification that we need to do to those weapons. But Legionnaires, that is something that I'm going to do in between episodes so that we can have the best long-range rifle available to us. And of course, it has to be one that we also have ammunition for. Otherwise, it's just going to be staying in the back of the SUV for now. An SUV that has all of its panels intact, has its windshield intact, and is only slightly damaged at the front. We covered a lot of ground with Hilton here today, and, well, we do need to be a little bit cautious. His torso is aching. His ballistic vest took most of the damage from those bullets that flew his way, but they still did damage. And he's lost a bit of blood, and he can't really afford to take many more shots to the torso with it as bruised and broken as it is. So, Hilton will catch his breath, spread out those guns, and then get to work. And so I ask you all, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay